You were an actor, you were a criminal, and you've spent time in every single California jail. Is that right?
That was built at the time I was going to jail. San Quentin, Folsom, Soledad, Chino, Vacaville. Yeah.
Which one was the toughest?
San Quentin.
Yeah?
Jail, it's really tough if you go to prison like your first time. If you grew up in the system, you know, California has a system that starts at juvenile hall, and if you grew up in that system, it's just another, you know, another school, just another university, and it's the only place in the world where you're either predator or prey, and the decision is up to you what you want to be. You know, every day I'm going to be a predator or I'm going to be prey. You know, so
you became the predator because you started boxing in jail.
No, God, I started boxing way before. My uncle Gilbert was in Golden Gloves when I was like 9, and he was like 12 or 13. I remember, but I was his. They say sparring partner, but I was his punching bag. So
after jail, you wound up becoming a drug counselor.
I'm still a drug counselor.
Oh, you're still a drug counselor?
I still work for Western Pacific MedCorp, and we detox heroin addicts.
You're working as a drug counselor, though, and then you're brought onto a movie set to help consult because you're having a drug problem.
Well, I knew a couple of people on this set, and one of the guys that I was working with was an addict and was having some trouble. He was a young guy, and he called me up one night. I wasn't working that night. He says, "Hey, I'm having a big problem. There's a lot of drugs down here." And because in '85, cocaine was rampant. Hollywood doesn't like to admit it, but I can remember seeing lines of coke on production office, you know, desk, you know, and the stunt guys. It was rampant. And so I just went down to like hang out with him on this day, and I happened to. This guy asked me, "Hey, do you want to be in this movie?" And I says, "What do I got to do?" He said, "Do you want to be an extra?" I said, "Extra what?" He said, "Can you act like a convict?" Yeah, so I took off my shirt, and I have that big tattoo on my chest. That the tattoo says, "Oh, this guy was in prison." It doesn't say, "I love America." I do love America. It doesn't say Mom. It just says that's a prison tattoo, and everybody knows it.
What do you mean it's a prison tattoo?
It's was done with a needle and a thread.
Oh, like you got it done in prison?
In prison, yeah.
Oh, so that sounds horrible.
It was.
Oh, that sounds like it would hurt.
And very painful. He said, "Wait, leave your shirt off." And then this other guy comes across the set and says, "Hey, you're Danny Trejo." I go, "Yeah." He says, "I'm Eddie Bunker. I saw you win the lightweight and the welterweight title up in San Quentin." I go, "I know you, and I was in prison with this guy."
Wait, so this was the screenwriter, right? That recognized you from jail?
Yeah, we were in prison together. And he adapted the screenplay of Runaway Train. That was the name of the movie with Eric Roberts and John Voight. The director, Andrei Kozlowski, saw me, and he just liked the way I looked. And so he hired me.
Wait, so this is where Danny Trejo, the actor, comes about. But you say that you kind of learned how to act when you were in jail because you had to be tough.
In jail, you know, if you're standing on a prison yard and you know there's going to be a riot and you've got a 4-inch knife in your belt and you have to act like you're not scared.
But you eventually become an actor, and your first big movie was Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Yeah, well, I did a movie called Desperado with Robert Rodriguez, and then I did a movie called Con Air.
I've heard that one.
You know, and that was like...
Small movie.
And then when I did Machete, Robert De Niro came on the set. You know, he was a part of Machete. He played the senator. And I remember bumping into him, and I went, "Wow, he was doing this for me, right?" And he goes, "You, hey, you, #1." Because we joked about #1 on the call sheet with you.